Hey review family, remember you must die is the new record from Suicide Silence, and Suicide Silence have been going through a hellish time recently, or I guess in their past few records. Back in 2017, they dropped their self-titled album, and it got memed to hell for their their fucking like new metal revival style being mixed with like deathcore. It didn't hit the mark, and the new frontman Eddie got so much shit because of it. But in 2020, they kind of returned to form for a lot of people with Become the Hunter. Unfortunately, I was not a big fan of this record either. I thought it missed the mark a little bit, and even if it was deathcore, just returning to deathcore wasn't going to do enough to really make me want to come back to that record or see it as anything other than wallpaper, because at face value, you can be a deathcore band and you can return to the roots and bear the torch of Mitch Lucker all you want, but the issue was, by now, there were so many other deathcore bands that were doing it better than Suicide Silence. The Become the Hunter record felt more to me like they were just trying to appease the fan base than write a decent deathcore record when you have so many bands doing great things and experimenting in so many different veneers, with like progressive deathcore becoming more popular and blackened deathcore becoming more popular, and even true blue bands like Whitechapel and Thy Art Is Murder making fantastic records. But on this new record, I just want to say, Suicide Silence, they're pretty damn good again. I'm not going to say they aren't. I was pleasantly surprised with this record. I didn't necessarily step into it having the highest of expectations, which may have helped because I knew that Become the Hunter was kind of a little bit lackluster and haphazard in how they wrote deathcore, but I was very surprised with this thing. It is very well produced. It is very clean. The percussion can sound a little bit mechanical, and the overall heavily sanitized deathcore style is not necessarily my cup of tea. I prefer my deathcore with a little bit more bite, but the one thing that I really enjoyed, Eddie is really stepping up his pussy when it comes to vocals. He is actually doing a very good job of embodying Mitch Lucker. I much prefer his lows than his highs, which is a bit of a kind of divergency and something much different than Mitch, because Mitch had some of the best shriek deathcore vocals of anyone, as well as like Ollie Sykes back on Count Your Blessings in Bring Me the Horizons deathcore era and the This Is What the Edge of Your Seat Was Made For EP. Mitch had great shrieks. Eddie has some damn good lows. Is he reinventing it? No, he definitely is playing like a Thy Art Is Murder, Whitechapel type of just grunterial, bassy death growl, but I really like the way that this record is layered. He's employing a variety of different vocals, and it does sound very monstrous. Sometimes they are loud and they consume the mix a little bit, but the songwriting and the chemistry is what is impressing me about this record, because it doesn't just feel like a fan pleaser or just a fan appeaser like Become the Hunter was. It definitely feels like they took their time to write good deathcore songs that existed in the realm of deathcore. And it scratches a certain itch that I appreciate, and that is deathcore without all the bullshit. Nowadays, you see a lot of different experimental genres, which I personally do enjoy seeing, these extremely, over-the-top deathcore bands, or the progressive deathcore bands, or the blackened deathcore bands, or deathcore bands that just try to make the heaviest breakdowns ever, or try to incorporate a bunch of different styles. And sometimes I just miss just no bullshit, heavy as all hell, just blistering deathcore, and Suicide Silence kind of scratched that itch on this new one. Because it's not really technical, it's not really progressive, and it doesn't have to be, because I caught myself kind of really getting into some of these grooves here. And the primary reason I wanted to make this video was to put this on your guys' radar if you haven't felt too high on Suicide Silence for their past few records, or if you've written them off as a meme or just listened to the Mitch Lucker era. While this isn't reinventing the wheel, not only by deathcore standards, but by Suicide Silence standards, I think that this is the closest that we are going to get to a record like The Cleansing, and it excites me for the future of Suicide Silence, because damn if this record doesn't hit like a ton of bricks, and that is the exact feeling that I got with their early material. Even though this is a lot better produced, it is the future. And while You Can't Stop Me was not a very good deathcore record in the grand scheme of things, it was the first time that Eddie was having to dip his toes into Suicide Silence after Mitch was gone, I think that this is their strongest deathcore record in the Eddie era, period. I think it sounds the best, it is the best textured, it is the most well produced, it is the best performed, and that's just my opinion. You can disagree with it, but that's just how I feel. What are your thoughts of Suicide Silence in this new material? Do you like it or do you not? Let me know down in the comment section below. I can't wait to hear it. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.